Alright guys, good evening. We are on the late night show with Chrono JJ, and tonight we got for you guys a hopefully will be exciting semifinal matchup in our hybrid patch tournament between AoL F2 and WKT-A. We are in the semifinals. We are down actually to 3 teams because the other semifinals was already played, and we are just about actually getting ready to start. We are all loading up and piling into the game room, and it is WKT's home map, and they have chosen, I hope I pronounced this right, Megalopolis as the first map of the game. So give me just a sec to get things ready here so that we can get on the right screen, close my extra stuff down, and hopefully we can get this all ready to go in just a minute while everybody's figuring out which gods they're gonna go and all of that fun bajazz. So hold on here for a second. Before we get into the game though, let's just real quick, we will look at the brackets. That is not the brackets. Hold on. I got way too many windows up here. So we're going to look at the brackets, figure out how we got to where we got. So if you haven't been watching all the games and you're looking at some of them that were already played, you better close your eyes or turn the stream off because we're going to go over the brackets. Spoiler alert. So originally this tournament started as a group stage. You can see on the left, kind of a double elimination group stage. And we are following WKT-A down on the bottom, who defeated Size 2-1 in the first series and then defeated Dodd 2-0 in the second series to advance to the semifinals. And up at the top we're looking at F2 AoL, who defeated ONU 2-0 in the first round, then lost to UCA 0-2, and then beat WKT-B 2-0. And that is how we got to where we are, right here. And let us just real quick load up the game. We're probably about ready to get started here. Getting there, everybody's saying good luck, have fun. Let me see and make sure that, I probably have to get this in Windows mode, don't I? And is it going to work now? Let's see. Sometimes I have to play with the settings here to get it to work. I do have a stream delay on. There we go. Man, there I am. Alrighty, so we should be ready to go, I do believe. Let me throw on the observer mode, and boy, I wish there was a way to see my chat on my phone without having the stream going. I don't think I can pause the stream in the video on my phone. Let's see, real quick. Dang it, I don't think it's gonna work. Pause, whatever. Okay, we will click in. So I guess if there are problems with the stream, just spam me on the Voobly. And oh, we need Megalopolis. Sorry, I forgot I'm in charge of this thing here. Alright, so this is Megalopolis. Alright. Megalopolis, probably. And away we go. You know, I might need to put on actually my little chat blurb that I use. Oh no, I don't have it set up for this stream, so never mind. Anyway, away we go into game lawn, where we are looking at our launching stuck at game in 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. Still at 4. Well, the longest 4 ever. There we go. This is looking a little more normal. Let's hope this does not mean there's going to be some in-game lag. Now we're stuck at 1. It's not Age of Mythology if there is not a problem. Alright, we're almost there. There we go. Loading up the map as we speak. Alright, Megalopolis. Man, I love this map. This is a great map. So spawning down on the bottom, we have F2. And we've got Popsy as Loki. We've got player is Zeus and Wiz is Uranus. And up on the top, the gods will be real easy to figure out. Playhard is Uranus. Skyfire is Uranus. And Aya, or Aya, is also Uranus. So 3 Uranus, 1 Uranus, plus Zeus, plus Loki. Very, very interesting. So what you will first notice about this map is that everyone starts all crammed together, sardines in a can, so to speak, and there's no towers. None at all. No towers. The second thing that you might notice, though it might take a little bit of effort, is that there are extra town centers on the map. 2 of them, actually. So normally you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each team, but there's also a 7th. So this is F2's 7th town center, and it looks like WKT may be slightly more generous of a 7th town center. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's actually 15 town centers. So there's actually 3 extra. Unless I can't count. I'm seeing 3 extra town centers. So slightly more advantageous for WKT's side because they are slightly more. Theirs are kind of clumped. Especially they got these 3 back ones, right? Or never mind. I got this one clicked. So. No, there is only 1 extra, so I have this one clicked, which made it look white on the map, but it's actually not. I'm an idiot. But that's okay. We all are dumb sometimes. Ooh, I'm looking at this hunt here. Megalopolis is generally a decent hunt map, and actually we're seeing a whole lot of giraffe right here. I'd say it's a good hunt map this time around, but this is very forward, and although the map is huge, like this map is a lot bigger than normal maps, this is still, with it being forward, pretty precarious. And we also see this giraffe bunch here is also forward, and there is looks like a small giraffe bunch in the back. No, this might end up being just as large as these. So that's a few more come into view here. So this is a pretty generous hunt map in here. And here's another one. So a lot of forward hunt here. And this one is kind of to the side, which isn't bad. In fact, that's pretty easily walled here. Just took a chunk of wall down here as your Loki, and you should be pretty decent. There's just 3 giraffe back there. And ooh, this is a nice spawn. That players giraffe are all back. But where are Wiz's giraffe? Oh, we got a pack here. So actually, this pack is maybe players or somebody's. I don't know. But looks like Wiz kind of got the short end of the hunt stick, so to speak. So as far as strategy, obviously we got a whole bunch of aggressive gods, so we're going to see a whole lot of aggressive gameplay. I'm sure we'll see all the Uranus just doing the typical Terma Murmillo, and we'll see Loki Hersier, probably Zeus Hermes, and then Wiz is also Uranus, so just again the Murmillo Terma kind of thing. Probably see pretty quick advances. In fact, these guys are up 4 minutes already. These 2 4 minutes and then a 4:45. I wonder if Skyfire had a lot of idols when he went back here to get to those. So yes, we see Counter barracks, 2 counter barracks. So actually, A is going with all Terma. Counter barracks, okay, all Terma. Interesting. Not so sure the all Terma is a good idea. He also should have built this wall on the other side of the gold mine, because this is actually close enough where Terma could pull in and maybe do some raids on all these units here. It's also very slow built to build all this wall. Ooh, we got some oracles moving forward, just suiciding. They're probably going to maybe look at doing a Valor, but that's not worth it. Aya did a Valor with the Terma, so he does get the hero citizen. He's desperately trying to get this wall. This is very important here, is to get, especially as Loki, you want your hunt as long as you can, and play hard. Also use Valor back here. Yeah, so Terma, I'm actually interested in what okay, so Skyfire's doing Murmillo Terma, so we've got 5 Terma training buildings and 1 Murmillo, and Wiz is also going to Terma. And okay, we did see player go up with centaurs, so he's got to watch out with this centaur running right through the middle of the map that he doesn't get caught. He can not fast enough to actually know. Let's see, at 5 tracking, I think he can avoid. No, I don't think he can. Okay, so we did at least get this very creative wall finished up. Very nice giraffes here. And yeah, okay, so this is all of Wiz's giraffes. He's never going to get that. So the key here will be early pressure on the hunt. Also did not mention that every player does get a large gold mine in their base as opposed to a small. Got to be careful with Odysseus here, taking a lot of damage for really no reason. Maybe retreat him a little bit more. Kind of surprised Wiz is just standing here and not coming over to assist with this. Okay, so he's got a little raid here. This is Wiz got the numbers for now. Oh, this wall did not get finished, which is going to allow this kind of fail wall here. He should actually maybe put in another wall here real quick. Okay, so we got the hearse here going. So this is a very important early fight. Nice shockwave. 1 down, 2 down, 3 Terma down. Very strong pressure put on here. But we got the hearse here coming up. As soon as they start, those bad boys start spamming a few. Ooh, let's get some attacks on these units that are idle. Okay, 2 Terma back with that. Do we have a raid? We do have a centaur coming through here and here. So we've got the. Oh, that's kind of a weak shockwave there, just 3. Kind of an interesting push here, though, is that there's not a lot. I mean, I guess if they get all the way down to this gold mine, they can get some damage. But I don't think they'd get all the way this far down. This push is a little bit unimportant. Like, they've got this position, but it really doesn't do anything for them. And they probably won't ever win this position because they're under 2 town centers. So a little bit of a kind of a optimistic push here, but I don't think they'll ever accomplish anything. We do have a shockwave on both centaur back here. They do get 1 down. I don't think he ever killed a citizen. The garrison down here. And really even attacking here probably is not good for F2. I feel like this is maybe not the best of fights to take. So far looks okay, but it's mostly just pops here. He needs to run back and heal up his hearse here. He's actually got 2 that are almost dead. And players moving in with some Hippicon. But yeah, they need to stay back because fighting here really doesn't do a whole lot for F2. I mean, I guess you kind of... Wiz got to watch out. He's wasting Terma here like crazy. I guess that one does run away. Nice to get your... Ooh, are you getting a blacksmith already? Will Pops be aging up soon? Yes. And so far this is the only centaur that's doing raids, just right here. And there's not a whole lot. There is some to raid over here, but... And a little bit here, but that's right where all the army's coming through. So really the only place that is real open for raids is right here, Aya's hunt. And player is still hunting here. He's got a few lions to help out, and we are seeing a raid in here. Another hole in this forest. Right, just chopped one too many trees, and the hole opened up, and now he's got to go to this back hunt, or backwood, which I'm kind of surprised he just wasn't at the backwood to begin with. Like, if you're going to be getting raided early on, which is obviously it was going to happen, you might as well just go to your backwood right away. And uh-oh, we are going to see a citizen, nope, helicopter, oh, the helicopter garrison where they can like hop in from like almost a whole manor length away. Just save that citizen. And this is, again, you got to watch out for these villagers here. Very important in hybrid patch where you can't get a second town center in age 2. So you don't want to lose citizens or villagers or citizens because they're that much more important. Like right here, this is a nice raid. He's going to kill, well, one. I'm surprised they never, because they had some time to wall this off here. Surprised they never quite walled it off. And now Pop's kind of going all by himself. This is needs some little more teamwork here. We got Pops here. This is actually would be a pretty heavily won battle by F2 if they were all to go in. But we got a little bit of confusion here where Pops is running back to defend the raid. We do have 2 centaurs still roaming around over here. Don't think they got anything yet. Key is to always be careful with your citizens. Always, if you're going to be forward, put manors next to them so you can just throw them in there and not have to worry. I'd like to see Pops just go forward with all these Hersier here, or just fight right here. This would be if he can run back. Okay, run back the guy that got targeted actually and heal him up. There you go. There you go. Okay, got his myth spawn. Nice to get the Valkyrie. Still needs to watch out, like his Hersier that are on half HP should really run back. And this is a good, ooh. Okay, so the little miss on the shockwave, it sent all the actual Terma back, and Popsy is up braggy. He doesn't want to have to use flaming weapons in defense though, because then the Iranos can just run with their faster units. That is another shockwave, but really doesn't do a whole lot. Like, player is going forward with his army. I feel like this is a mistake in that player should be staying defensive and Pop should be going forward with his flaming weapons army. And this is going to be a pretty hefty raid here. If he stops, he could actually kill a ton of... I'm surprised he didn't stop there because it's only two Terma. And we did see that Aya is also up with Thea. And we have, oh, this isn't going to do, oh, they both got shot down. Oh, man. We got a big raid, though, down on this back gold mine. No gold mining right now, and Pop's going up tier already with all that giraffe over there. He's got tier up. I'm not sure I like this fast tier up. I feel like the 2,000 resources would better be spent in Hersier, though Pops might be at Pop limit or close to it. Nice catch here with all these Terma, and they're also running a little bit slowly. And still this fight, just kind of never-ending fight right here, and we have, this is now player's army here trying to do some damage. Is he going to get this citizen? Nope, nope, nope. Pop him in just at the last second. Yeah, I don't know if this fast mythic is worth it. We shall see, I suppose. But I have really lost a lot of units here without a lot to show for it. And losing even more. So Terma are at full speed able to dodge arrows, but if you shoot at the front Terma and the projectile lands on the back, it'll do damage to the back. So whenever you have like a pack of units running past you, always aim at the front unit, because then the arrow fire will catch the back units kind of trailing behind. It is at less damage than like full damage. I think it's like almost like a 30 or 40, well no, maybe like a 60% decrease. They did spot this out, but their army is slower because he's got the Murmillo slowing this army down. So, oof, yeah, he needs to go back because he's actually, how close is he to Mythic? He is 4%. I'm wondering if he's going to do a flaming weapons plus... Oh, wow. This is not good here. A little bit greedy to get this town center without any protection at all. And here's his army finally coming back. He is only going to lose one citizen, though, so that's good. But they will get this town center here. That's going to fall pretty easily because Playard's army is way behind. Oh, no, he's going here instead. Looks like we're about to see flaming weapons and Fimbulwinter. There we go. Okay, and that Fimbulwinter will also block Hecate, or Hecate, that A is up, looking to throw down a Tartarian gate, but he can't. So actually that will completely decimate this town center really quickly here. We did have one citizen die. We had another wolf pack here. It is doing some, actually there's two wolf packs right here. And another part right there, and I think that is all of them are all right around here. So yeah, this is two packs here, and two packs. All right, we're gonna see a. That was a big power push here. Tartarian gate has been used right here. Really, all that he needs to do is get some of. He almost needs another temple though. So this did a lot of damage to Playhard. Actually, is now just vaulted F2 up into the lead. I feel like WKT probably in a little bit of trouble here. They didn't do enough damage with their raids. Like a lot of their army was just sitting right here, never really accomplished a whole lot. And player used bolts on probably a bird, I think. Maybe. Pops needs to get out of here. He's losing his army now. Retreat, man. I don't think this battle right now is quite worth it for you. Because he's now got all three armies back, which is what he needed to do, which was hopefully give time for F2 to solidify down on the bottom. I suppose player will, no, he's probably not close to Mythic yet. You got Wiz is still heroic. He does have one town center, just two town centers. We got a whole lot, man, they need to get these. Probably needed to get these town centers during this time where Pops had them back. What kind of eco upgrades we got real quick here? Skyfire doing pretty decent with his eco upgrades actually. Playar not too bad. Not too good. And Pops sucks. That's Loki for you. Players are just average, a little bad, and Wizzes are okay. So Pops needs to start doing some side builds, which we do not have any yet, but that is Loki and really Norse's claim to fame. I mean, getting these armies here does not help very much. He needs to start getting a few temples built, proxy temples over here, and over here we actually have this town center that's not even taken yet. Player probably trying to go for Mythic with an Underworld, and oh, we've got to watch out. We got all these idle units. Idlevilles right here. You still got this huge gold mine right there. Surprised that player is so far defensive too. We need Odysseus to show up because Pops can't kill these birdies. Kind of a pointless shockwave there. I mean, he's gonna maybe kill one Wolfie. Okay, there we go. This is a big fight over here, trying to get map control and get this town center. Bird shooting at birds. This is not a good fight for Wiz. Yeah, he's got to go back. I'm kind of surprised player. Okay, so now we have the Underworld here. Okay, this is a nice raid here, though. Aya does not have a manor yet. He is now just building it. So we have 1, 2, 3 citizens down. And I would almost attack this manor first and kill all these citizens. And he needs to target the... we got a bunch of heroes showed up here. Run them back. And down here, Popsy has now lost his army. He needs to run. I don't know why he's... Did he ever get... Okay, he does have all the things. Yeah, player's not going to get this town center. Got fortified and then the first HP upgrade. He should have gone to the Oh, now we got the mana core showing up. And Wiz is now finally getting this town center. But yet this attack is kind of faded away, and Underworld is one of kind of the main thing. I'm kind of surprised these wolves don't show up through, just pop through the Underworld. They're probably going to run all the way across the map now, and wolves are awesome, but at some point when the enemy gets 5, 6, 7, 8 heroes, it just chases them around. It's kind of a cancellation of pop, though they do run really fast, and he needs some help here, because, yeah, he does only has that. Again, we've got... Oh, he's using Ceasefire to save his Underworld. They need to get this town center now, how they have the opportunity. I'm kind of wondering what kind of resources the player has. Oh, I can't check. This isn't a recorded game. So in the hybrid patch, which copies the original Age of Mythology statistics, you can repair your Underworld at light speed. So he went from almost dead to now it's full health. And okay, he is getting this town center, and Pops is also getting his forward town center. We do have this large army sitting back here, and I don't know if there is an army to... Look at this. This is a little bit of a mess up here. There's not currently an army back there to defend that, but the gold mine ran out, so no big deal. With all these wolves, where is Odysseus? We need an Odysseus to show up, because this still is not a good fight for Mr. Pops, or not Pops, for player. Oh, here he is. He's right here. He's trying to kill, just garrisoning in and out. So they did use that ceasefire low to get... Oh, you did not see that citizen down there. But, Odysseus needs to shoot at the birds. He is shooting at units right now. Okay, could be helpful to... Okay, so now this is eventually turning... I mean, Odysseus kind of single-handedly... being a boss and killing all the units here, and we got all these wolves kind of running around. Like so far, they right here would be a nice spot. The land. These guys run so fast when they get in a pack of 6, 7, and they haven't noticed, so they might actually wipe out all of these citizens right here. For those of you who are Rano's haters, this is music to your ears. And, okay, so they have pushed this attack back, and Wiz is now slowly getting forward. This is where, just in time to hear more citizens die, but this is where your triple Uranos starts to really fade. The late game Uranos, not so good, especially when you advance with Tartarian Gate, because now you don't have Vortex to warp around the map, but... you're facing Loki and Zeus late game. It's tough to overcome that. So definitely F2 starting to take the lead here just on 5 more citizens here. Holy cow, these wolves are actually doing some damage. And another Hecate. I'm surprised to see all these Hecate. Also, I'd like to see Wiz take that town center. So yeah, it's interesting. They can whittle this down all the way to like 300 hit points, and then player can just pop a few citizens through and heal it back up. And watch out for your citizens. Here come these wolves again. Oh, just roaming past. Got a few here he can take out. Oh, these guys noticing ahead of time. Got the. Oh, you could have killed that last one. Oh, he did let the... Ooh, should not have let that Underworld die. I'd still like to see some proxy builds, though, by Purple. Get some builds up here, and even try to almost sneak back there. Skyfire not quite paying attention here. He's got this Sky Passage he could hide in. He missed it a few times. And okay, so now he has killed 4 citizens and got a run from the Murmillo. And now we have an attack coming down on Wiz, who did go up with Vortex. And actually, I missed a Vortex. I think he must have Vortex down here. Oh, actually, it'd be worth it to stay here, I think, and get this tree in his hands. I'm assuming as Loki he'd always have a whole lot of gold. Where are his gold miners though? Ooh, this is a problem right here. He's got trade, but they are not trading. Hello. Also very poor market. He should have built it up here so that he can trade down here. We got a ping. Here's his gold, but he needs Odysseus to show up and be a boss like he normally is. In order for F2 to continue with this, these wolves need to keep finding places to go. Units to kill. Okay, oh, this is going to be a power raid right here. Oh, there is no... Again, you're Atlantean, you got those manners. You always need to get a manor for your citizens. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 down. That's... you gotta watch out for that. How are we doing for eco upgrades real quick? Ooh, still just hand axe. But now we got even more wolves over here. So these raids, I mean, eventually WKT is going to start feeling this. Like that's, I mean, just a lack of sudden and instant lack of gold for Sky, or was it Skyfire? Was that, I think that was Playhard citizens that all died. I mean, he's going to feel that, but oh man, is there an army back here to defend? The answer is no. So it looks like, especially no building HP upgrades. Oh, here's the army. Building up trade skill, that's going to go down. But this army will... does he have Forge of Olympus? Oh, yes, he does. So he is getting all of his technologies for his armory. Wiz's army, kind of non-existent. Oh, nice raid here coming in. Wiz kind of doing that mistake. No manor next to his gold mines. Delete your manor. Put it up here. Okay, finally we are seeing side builds. About time. But one also thing to note in hybrid is that Myrmidons can only be trained from the fortress. So you'd think normally you'd see just waves of Myrmidons, but there are none. And F2 now falling back again. Player kind of slow to get his late game Zeus rolling. And Pop's doing damage with his wolves, but I mean they've all got 3 town centers. You can replace dead citizens pretty quickly, and Pops is going to lose another town center here. That's kind of important. And his trade is getting attacked because Wiz is not doing so red hot at this forward. Right now I'd say player's army is a little bit out of position. Well, I guess he is defending here. But I guess it's hard to say who's at fault. WKT actually doing a good job kind of cinching the noose, as you will, on these forward town centers. They need to be careful not to let Playhard get that. And that's where these raids like look great, but what is each wolf? 3? So this is 21 pop roaming around. And Wiz is going to lose his forward town center as well. And this one is kind of not looking too good. I don't know how they're going to be able to defend that one. But yeah, like, the raid's great. But it's 21 pop into just killing villagers. And if that's all you're doing, again, yeah, the enemy is at 3 town centers. You can replace your citizens pretty quickly. And players sending a Colossus forward. These bad boys are 40 favor in the original AOM. 40 favor. Holy cow. You know, rather than push here, they might as well just finish this town center off. Wiz's army, kind of the all-archer armory. Not too good. Player really needs to build forward. Okay, so we do have some forward builds here. Where are these wolves? Okay, the wolves are dying, actually. We had 2 wolves dead there, so it looks like there's only 4 left. And now when they don't run as fast, they're really not quite as useful. Player needs to wipe out these 2 fortresses. So we are, WKT is taking a slight town center advantage. 6-10 to 8. And WKT pushing on this side here. Ooh, starting to look a little bit grim for F2. Just never taking down town centers with all of their forward attacks. So Wiz is actually going to lose that town center as well. Wiz does not have much to speak of as far as army. In fact, I'm looking for his army, and I think this is it. F2 not able to get map control when they had the aggression up here and they had WKT on the back. Just weren't able to fortify up the edges enough, and Wiz down to 2 town centers and one of them back here. And Pop's got these 4 wolves. I really want to, I'm clicking them because I want them to move, but they're not. Even this forward build here not quite doing what it needs. This Colossus is taking down this town center. No! How much HP? I had a couple hundred left, so I guess not quite that close. But yeah, we're looking, things are now looking grim. WKT actually playing pretty decently with their late game Uranos. I'm kind of impressed. They play a lot of Uranos. 4 Wolfies just sitting around in the corner there. Yeah, the Zeus late game kind of hurts, just not being able to have many Myrmidons, and kind of they're fighting Myrmidons with Megalopolis coming out of the fortress. And Pop's trying to get this town center, but he just doesn't have the units, and WKT throwing down a wonder just because they can. Yeah, this game is kind of escaping F2's grasp. Just weren't able to solidify their economies, I guess. Like now, player has finally gotten his eco upgrades, but I just feel like kind of early on they were kind of slow. And Pops is kind of not having any gold now. No trade, which is a big deal. Like this is a pretty poor trade route, and getting 42 gold a route as opposed to 111 here, and these guys are getting just 60. What's wrong with this market trade? That's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. Not sure what F2 can do here. They're just at such a population disadvantage. Okay, we got some more wolf raids coming in, but again, what are they really accomplishing? I mean, it looks cool. Everybody likes to hear citizens die, and the donkeys, but it's just a lot of pop to dedicate to late game raids. F2 still kind of holding on, but I don't feel like for long, because, yeah. So player has thrown in the towel. So that is game 1. Hard to say where things went wrong. I feel like flaming weapons push didn't quite do enough damage. Was a little optimistic, maybe get some town centers before that and get a larger army. But WKT played well to continue the push. We're looking at military, and just always this military edge, even all through the end. Slightly below in score, but just the continual push, even in town centers, and actually F2 was slightly ahead for just a second, but probably the eco upgrade, or the eco different, just about 20,000 down. See a few good power raids here, but just not quite enough. Not quite enough eco. So that is game 1. Over to F2. Let us update my thing here. So game 1 goes to WKTA. And there we have it. Chrono JJ needs to play. So this is a best of 5. And we are looking at, it'll be F2's home map coming up this next game here. So just give me a second while we load up the intermission. And I will be right back. Put on some really nice and gentle soundtrack for you guys. Alrighty, looks like they are about ready to get into game 2, so let me hit the launcheroo button here. Not to be confused with the kangaroo, seeing as we got Popsy from Australia in the game. Maybe he is sitting on a kangaroo while he plays. Alright, so this will be F2's map. And real quick, we will actually load up. I got a little statistical page for you guys to keep you entertained here. So this is a little breakdown we have of player usage and god choices leading up to this series. So this is not counting Megalopolis. So going into it, we can see that player and Iron Maiden, kind of the backbone of F2/AoL's team, and on the other side, kind of consistently, Aya, Skyfire, and Moore playing. And on the bottom, we see the god choices, and F2/AoL a little more varied than WKT. A lot of Zeus, some Thor, some Ra, Loki, Odin. So F2 mainly Zeus and Norse, and some Ra. And then WKT, we see a slight pattern in the god choices here. We see a really long green bar. says 12 on it, and that's 12 games worth of Uranus. And with game 1 having just been played, it's actually now 15 Uranus picks throughout WKT. So they're Uranus heavy. So F2 going into game 2, probably going to want to pick a map that is not going to be favorable to Uranus. So I am sure they have something planned out for that. And also real quick, in case you guys missed it earlier, here is the brackets to get to where we were. Kangaroos are not comfortable to sit on. This is again, as I kind of went over at the beginning of the stream, this was a tournament that started with 8 teams, beginning in a double elimination group stage. F2, we can follow up here, 2-0 over ONU, lost 0-2 to UCA, then defeated WKT-B to advance to the semifinals. And WKT-A defeated SAIS 2-1 in the first match, and then moved on and defeated Deities of Death 2-0, which brought them straight to the semifinal with only 2 rounds. F2 had to play 3 to get out of that loser's bracket. That's how we got to where we were today. And now, first game, Megalopolis, which F2 is lost. We are moving now to Mediterranean. And give me 1 second to step away and back. And I am back. So I do now have my Twitch chat up and running, sitting next to me. I will attempt to comment as we roam along. But we will see how that goes. Because we do have a 1-minute stream delay on the game to chat, so just keep that in mind. So you can let me know if the stream is cutting out, we got problems, throw it in the Twitch chat, and we will see. So game 2 is on Mediterranean. One last check to make sure my settings are good. We got alrighty. Okay. Game 2. We are seeing more Uranus and Zeus so far. 3 Uranus, 2 Zeus. Let's play hard. Does a last second switch to get a sneaky pick in. Kind of like when you're playing League of Legends and you wait until that 0-second champ pick and you throw something out that you weren't, like, you didn't have clicked in already. If Playard could click in, that would be awesome. This is run through Voobly, and Extended Edition does not work on Voobly. You need the original game, Mr. Tierbath. We are waiting, and waiting, and waiting, and waiting for Mr. Play Hard. You think you'd be ready to play with the name Play Hard. Alrighty, we have the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launching. F2 and AoL is a team because F2 only had 5 players, AoL had a few more, so just to ensure that they were good to play, teamed up. Anyway, we will go into now game 2 with WKT spawning on the bottom right. And Play Hard is Uranus, and Skyfire is Uranus, and Aya is Uranus. So same players, same gods. On the top, we've got player as Zeus, he's a flank. We have Popsy as Pocket Pops, he's Uranus. And Wiz was subbed out, and Iron Maiden has showed up. And he is Zeus. So we've got 2 Zeus Uranos versus 3 Uranos. And we are on Mediterranean. We will see much water fights. We're looking at the dock placements here, just making sure everybody's got fish starting out. We have some fish for Mr. Playhard, and we've got some fish for Skyfire. I am not quite so lucky. His fish way up here. Yeah, this is a rough dock spot right here, because yeah, he's not going to have a whole lot of fish to feed from. Player's got some decent fish. Pop's got really nice fish. And so far, Iron Maiden's looking good too. So we will see really heavy boat fights on this map. Pretty much the key to winning this game, or this map anyway, is that you win sea, you get extra units gathering food, which allows your economy to go faster. You age up faster, get faster settlements, your economy is better, and you win based on that. So yeah, we will see some really big water fights. And you might ask then, is there much of a difference? Uranos versus Zeus. What's the boats looking like? Well, Uranos boats are weaker, cheaper, and faster than Zeus boats or any other Civs boats. So with the speed, that is huge for Uranos boats, is that the Uranos key to winning sea is to get doubles and triples on the opponents before the opponents can react and defend. With the Zeus, they're going to have 2 restorations to use to restore all of their boats. So what the Zeus team will eventually want will be a large single battle where they can use restoration and heal up 3 armies worth of boats. But not quite as effective against Uranos boats who can retreat when restoration is being used. So it'll be kind of tricky to get some good restorations. And we also will have shockwaves coming in from WKT for every boat battle to get idle boats, get them all, you know, when you shockwave, it kind of makes them stand idle and do nothing for a little bit, and hopefully pick off some boats early on. You'll probably see 4-minute to 4:30 Atlantean advances, and wow, Aya's fish are just absolutely atrocious. Just not good. Its next fish are way up here. And even Skyfire's fish are not too good either. Playhards aren't bad, but he built his first dock down here, so they got to go up all the ways. But yeah, definitely so far looking at fish, definitely F2 looking better there. Hello, Mr. Nike? I don't know. Good to see all of you in chat. So player, well, that's Iron Maiden, is up 12%. Ooh, players going up with Hermes. Interesting. So 1 ceasefire, probably in case they start losing battle early, and 1 restoration. So comparing, he's 55%, 60%, 55%, 62. All the Uranos players are pretty much up the same. And player up the fastest, and Iron Maiden up the slowest, just by a little bit though, so not too bad. So yeah, player's actually first up. He's up Hermes. They are looking for triple valor. Maybe might see some valor being used on docks. Boy, he needs to get this dock up, and it looks like he will. Okay, so we actually have a Valor being used here, and then Pop's using a Valor to help defend, just to keep them off the boats, or off the docks. And we have a Shockwave that has been used on, bolting a Oracle. Okay. That's adventurous. Now we see, okay, we see 2 F2 coming down here. Trying to kill these pesky oracles right away. Actually, these oracles not in a good spot, being WKT is actually losing a lot of HP. So actually now the oracles are done. But now we're going to start seeing these boat battles coming in. We got 2-on-2 over on this side. Yeah, WKT needs to go back. They're actually quite a bit behind in boat production right now. And yeah, okay, we see a little bit. Communication is huge in these water fights. You don't want to have one person fighting like we have here and the other person not. So that's a nice shockwave to kill one boat, two boats, and almost a third. And now we have WKT actually coming in to triple. So there is another shockwave coming in. And they even have a third shockwave. So player with Pegasus to eat up units. Well, they're mainly just to get archer fire. So the boats will fire at the Pegasus instead of the warboats of the enemies. But he only has 4 boat. Where are all his boats? Okay, they're coming now. F2 needs to kind of stay back. Ooh, that was a terrible shockwave by Mr. Pops. He only got 1 boat. Needs to stay back here. This is not a good fight. And what WKT wants is they want to try to force out the restoration before the boats have gotten to a solid amount where they can, you know, heal up a lot with the resto. Like right now, just a lot of boats that have been killed by Iron Maiden. Well, not by. A lot of Iron Maiden's boats have been killed. And now that player showed up here, we see Aya is coming up here to pick off players' reinforcing boats. That is pretty good. We have these Pegasus doing what they do best, which is eat up archer fire. It's just so annoying. You just have to keep microing so that you aren't wasting your attack on. They got 140 hit points at 50% pierce armor, so they actually eat up a lot of arrow attack. And so gotta okay, so player's running back to defend his boats up here. I'm surprised WKT-A is not pushing in. Okay, it looks like he wants to kill a few fishing boats actually. Play hard just getting a few relics, making it look like it's something important. So actually F2 is kind of defended and pushed back here. I think that WKT maybe took kind of a bad fight here where they lost a lot of boats, at least more so than they needed. And these Pegasus just so annoying. Again, you just gotta always gotta micro and not be wasting your arrows shooting at these flying horses. There's a quick question, why are the Addy boats, they're not the same cost as everything else? It's because this is a hybrid. And so it's not, you know, it's not quite entirely Age of Mythology because we have the Atlanteans in. So kept their same boats stats. For better or for worse. So actually kind of, we got a little bit of a circle around here with Iron Maiden's boats, and he's actually, okay, he's effectively retreating around the bottom here. And player is raiding on just 1 boat. His army kind of a little bit needs to keep pushing forward here. And they did not quite, they went for the pincer here on Iron Maiden's boat. He needs to run back though. This is not a good fight. He needs to go back. Yeah, he needs to run back fast. And player... player's boats are not quite doing enough damage here. Like, Iron Maiden needs to fall back. This is not good fight here. He's gonna lose all of his boats here. Not a good fight because we have yeah, this WKT got the better rotation here, and got Iron Maiden in a double, while Skyfire's boats were just kind of running from 2 armies. So we got Iron Maiden's completely gone. His boat's completely gone. He needed to retreat further and come up here. He didn't retreat far enough. But F2 does have restoration, and this is a sizable boat army from Pops and Player. But now Pops is, or not, Player's getting pushed up here. So yeah, this was a terrible boat fight for Iron Maiden to take. WKT again, just all over the ocean with their faster boats. Pegasus. All they cost are actually with the. They only cost 2 favor to train. And again, Pops or Iron Maiden. I keep getting these guys all mixed up. Iron Maiden again getting caught in a very poor position here, where he will get pushed into the corner and lose all of his boats here. And again, you just have their F2 trying to double on this side, but they just can't keep up with the faster Atlantean boats. So yeah, WKT is starting to build up quite a lead, aging up to age 3 in one town center is Play Hard. And yes, this is a best of 5. And Iron Maiden again, his navy is completely decimated, and we have a little bit of leg coming up from Pops here. And again, we just have player just the slower boats just showing up too late to help out. Getting a lot of damage in on these ships here, but it's just at the cost of all of Iron Maiden's fish. Is a slight raid on Blue, who is building forward, getting some land. He's going to be probably grabbing a... They're going really far forward. We're seeing some leg. So A did rebuild a few more docks up here, but still not the greatest of fish for WKT. But if they're winning the sea and F2 doesn't have any fish, doesn't really matter. And Iron Maiden trying to do something. Stronger boats, but this is a bad fight. He's too outnumbered. He needs to go back and get Iron Maiden just never used restoration. Just never really a very good time to use it. I mean, could maybe use it here now. Not really needed. So Play Hard up is getting already 2 town centers. Aya not up, not up. Player not up. Wiz not, or Pop's not up, and Iron Maiden definitely not up. Okay, now we finally have restoration at 12 minutes. That's very late to be using restoration on your water fight. You need it a lot faster than that, and WKT just did a good job of making it so that there was never a good time to use it. And yeah, this is now a losing fight for F2 even right after the restoration. Also, this player is up age 3. I did miss that. With Underworld. Does have Ceasefire, but Iron Maiden is going to have a hard time surviving against Play Hard. Because Play Hard has, well, did have water. I guess this is at least a nice little counter raid from Iron Maiden, but Play Hard's already getting both of his extra town centers, so he's going to just get a huge eco. Player does have 3 on his side. I mean, really, he's going to need some like magical Tartarian, or not Tartarian, Underworld to win this game. Nice to keep all these boats idle though. If you're gonna be off a sea, you might as well push the enemy off a sea as well. And same thing, player is keeping. Actually, right now F2 is keeping all of WKT's boats idle. Ooh, he's gonna lose a lot of boats here. Could actually almost fight this. He's gonna run through and then turn and fight. Yeah, it needs to keep going. Yeah, Iron Maiden is going to be stuck in Classical Age for a very long time. Player with a market. Is he trying? No, he doesn't even have the food to produce villagers. How is he going to age up? Looks like finally players, or Iron Maiden's raiding army is about to die. Yeah, no, they're still hanging out here. There you go. Shoot the one that's almost dead. Alright, so it's still causing some troubles for this fishing. But play hard at 3 town centers. It's just going to start having such a huge economy. And he's doing raids up here. We got raids, no fishing. In fact, the only person that is fishing right now on F2 side is Iron Maiden. And Playard is not really fishing, but Iron Maiden does have this back gold mine. Okay, he is aging up, and Pops is almost up, but they are quite a bit behind here. And we did have the underworld here. Nice underworld. If he could get this town center down and cast Ceasefire and take it, that would be very beneficial for his plan here. Pops has used the Hesperides tree. Oh, he's going a little too much kamikaze on this town center though, which does have the building upgrade. This is a huge building upgrade. You needed to get the town center down to win that, for that to be good. It's got a little bit of a raid here. I'm surprised that it has taken Playhard so long to push, but if he ages up with Vortex, which he is, he would just be able to Vortex his army down here, and if his allies need help, he can come over and help. Are targeting the underworld, which is a bit of a mistake because it can be repaired so quickly. Skyfire's up WKTA. In fact, I think he can just use it on. You can just use it on. I almost would have just used it here. Oh, Ceasefire. Oh, to save the town center. Is he gonna ceasefire and get this town center too? He needs to hurry. Come citizen coming down to get it. He must not have the economy. No. I wonder if he is trying to grab it. But he didn't get it in time. He needed to get that town center. He probably, I would have thought he would have had the resources, but I guess not quite. Oh yeah, Playhard is up. Vortex, he will be able to Vortex wherever he wants to and just do a lot of damage. If he needs to Vortex here, he can. If he just wants to Vortex here and kill it up there, he can. And in fact, actually, F2 needs to go back to kill this Titan gate. So they're leaving this completely open. So the underworld is going to be gone already. Just did not do nearly enough damage that it needed to do. It needed to roll this base too. Underworld did. But it didn't. Okay. Could get if he attacks this town center, could maybe get it down in time. No, I got too much army coming up. Got the bird raid here, and I don't think we see Odysseus anywhere. We did see a. Oh, this wasn't even a vortex. This was just a straight up raid coming around the front here. Now Skyfire's here as well. Enjoy, people. Yes, enjoy. Well, this is looking like it's going to be another victory for WKT. So F2, if they want to win, will need to win the last 3 games. Well, this is a great Tartarian gate used right next to the army. The fastest killed Tartarian gate ever. And oh, we got the building upgrade used right at the end, but not in time. So that is Tartarian gate down. And play hard, just still being annoying, just running. Ooh, nice. I like this. I like this. This is very good. It's nice to see stuff like this. The kind of surprise forward build with the transport boat. I like it. Not quite so surprising because Iron Maiden is there, but this army needs to fall back and at least kind of defend this. Ooh, see, Shockwave are pushing forward here. Player is in Mythic Age. I feel like Play Hard should probably have just hard pushed here a lot earlier. Just to push through this and decimate it. I mean, Iron Man is just so far behind. He has no way to defend that. Like, what's he gonna do? Nothing. His army is actually back here, having to defend this. And player can't. Well, he's trying to push here. Where is Pops' army? Where is Pops' army? Am I missing Pops' army? I am missing it. I think everyone else might be too. F2 sure is missing it. And now he's just got all these boats sitting here and protecting all these villagers. We have another forward build. We got Skyfire building with the Sky Passage. I like to see the Sky Passages too. A lot of work invested into killing this town center. In the hybrid patch, same as Age of Mythology original, siege boats are not as good as they were in the Titans. And we have a full push on the town center here. And I feel like F2 will probably be throwing in the towel really quickly because there's really no way I can see them winning. We have a forward build here. We have Iron Maiden's base falling, and he is resigned, and Pops has resigned, and so has player. They have resigned, so we have a 2-0 lead for WKT. So F2/AoL got their backs against the wall, and yes, this was F2's map pick. Again, we are best of 5. Oops, I guess I could have looked at the post game, but I hit quit, so there is no post game. Alrighty. So, with the format that this is, F2 has the map pick in game 3, and then WKT will have the map pick in game 4, and then 5 will be random, if we even get to a game 4. So we will put this on our little post-game screen for a minute while we wait for players to figure out what's going on with our next game. Here we go. Alrighty, after an intermission that was relaxing for some and not so for others, we are moving on to our game 3, which is a match point. F2 needs to win or F2 is done. And F2's map, how about I put the map, is Anatolia. Alrighty. Dun 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 dun. So it's 10:30 at night in my time. I guess it could be later. Or later. Okay. Alright, here we go. Just a little bit of questions about the maps. So yeah, each team gets 2 maps. And then the 5th will be random. Alright, Wiz is BRB Toilet. We do have someone trying to look at the bracket. I'll just pull it up for you, Mr. Eric BR. This is our bracket right here. On the left is the group stage. Started out with 8 clans. The finals narrowed down to just 4. And we are looking at F2 AoL up top here. Lost, win, lose, win. And WKT, a little bit easier, win, win to the finals. Or not the final, but the semifinals. So this is single elimination. UCA already in the final match, and the winner of this will move on to fight UCA. And the loser will move on to fight Dodd for 3rd place. And some dollars. But so yeah, so there's a little bit of a prize for this tournament. Overall, it's been a great tournament. Lots of good games, lots of nice series, lots of fun recorded games to watch. And we will, as soon as Wiz gets done with his 5-minute toilet break, he's got to put on his makeup or mascara or something. If he's got mascara on it, hopefully it will not be running after this game. If you're wondering, I am on F2's roster, but they're saving me for like the secret weapon. Like F2 must be anticipating that they will be winning this game, so they might be saving me for the next game. That's kind of the surprise. So we will be seeing it soon. Do I have? Okay, is this working right or no? Let me make sure. Sometimes, okay, now it might have been a black screen earlier, but we got it ready now. Alrighty, enable preview. The one nice thing, if it is only a best of 3, is I get to go to bed at a reasonable time. When you're a family man like me with kids and a wife, staying up past 11 o'clock, not so good. The longest toilet break ever, Wiz. Oh no, Wiz is back now. Now we're waiting for the longest drink water break ever. So what do you guys think? Is WKT gonna sweep this? Or will F2/AoL fight back at the bitter end and do a reverse sweep? Win 3 games in a row. It can happen. It's happened to me before, except I was the one who got reverse sweeped, so yeah. They need a secret weapon now. Yeah, you might be right with that. Wiz is maybe the secret weapon. Actually, he played in the first game, so not so much. This is taking a while for these guys to click in. Iron Maiden pointing out that this guy has had a long time since Game 2 to drink some water. It is Friday, but I've still got a family, man. You're right. It is Friday. Alright. So they are switching up the gods just a tad. Is WKT. Looks like Skyfire switching over to a Ra. And Aya to Set. And we're going to see all people's change gods here. When will the final be? Probably next weekend, and probably not at a time like now. Probably more of an original, or normal time, like a middle of the day kind of a thing, or early evening. Anatolia is F2's map, not WKT's. Millions of people watching. He's so funny, man. Alrighty, we're going into game 3 here, Anatolia. Play a little bit different than the rest of it. No, I'm not working. I'm off all weekend. Alright, as soon as this map loads up. Alright, down on the bottom we have WKT with some god changes. We have Skyfire as Ra. We have Oranos, it's Play Hard in the middle. And we have Aya on the right. Has Set. And up on the top, I'll give you a pause. On the top we've got Wiz as Oranos. Player as Zeus, and Play Hard as, no, that's not Play Hard. I see Play Hard on the screen here. And then Maiden as a Thor. So Thor, Zeus, Oranos against Ra, Set, Oranos. I do like F2's god choices here better. Wiz is Oranos, never mind. Misread that. And also very beneficial that Wiz spawned on the edge as opposed to Play Hard, who is in the middle. It takes a long time for these fat citizens to wander over to the edge. Like we see, Wiz already got his dock out with a boat built before poor Play Hard is even got a boat building. They do get back-to-back map picks, so it's WKT gets first, F2 second and third, and then WKT gets fourth. And then the fifth game, as needed, is random. Okay, and player is docking on the right, so we have two F2s on the right and two WKTs on the left. This is also the first non-Oranos we've seen from WKT for this round. So this will play a little bit like Mediterranean. That we'll see some pretty feisty water battles. But it's a little bit easier to kind of defend and stalemate. Just kind of lock up, put your boats right here and then just kind of stay there, and it kind of becomes a little bit of a stalemate. So as opposed to Medit, which is kind of constant aggression, Anatolia sometimes will just kind of have a little bit of aggression early, and then we'll switch into just kind of a stalemate where you got two armies just kind of looking at each other across. But if you can get one side, it can get an early advantage, then of course they'll push through, but don't always see that. The winner will move on to play UCA, the Uncrappables. Aya's almost got a dead. I'm not gonna get it. Oh, now we got the wolf and the hyena showing up. Yeah, you are right. It's just so rough being a mid. Like we see, he's got just 2 boats now, and Wiz has 5. I mean, it's just such a significant disadvantage to be in that. So this just the god mix I feel is better for F2, and obviously the god placement worked really well. I don't feel like Set or Ra are the greatest of choices here. Set is alright because he can do a shifting sands and abuse all that kind of stuff, but hell, I guess Ra can too. But I don't know. I feel like an Isis would be better. Isis has a huge power spike with the Ancestors Eclipse, and with boats fishing eco, it's easy to get to a quick Ancestors Eclipse. Like if Skyfire has Ancestors Eclipse and attacks with Wiz early on, he can do a ton of damage. Wiz already advancing. You'll be up right around 340 or 445. And play hard also about the same time, but obviously a lot worse of an economy. And we have player trying to build forward. I don't think he's quite going to get it though. Nah, he's going to lose this villager. He might end up having to bolt this. Yeah, he's going to lose that vill. Ooh, just needed one more shot. He almost should have just walled in his villager here to make sure, because now he's got a... Oh man, that's huge. I forgot that player was the middle. He's going to have to come all the way down with another villager and try to build. Pretty significant. Wonder if we'll see a double shift for units onto something. Like that would be very worth it for WKT. And Wiz needs to advance and really pressure on this side. That actually kill was actually very significant because this is the side that WKT-A is on by his lonesome. So if he can slow down the overpowering double on his side, allow him to age up fast and get age 3. Actually, this is a very slow age up. He's going for about a 6-minute advance. Holy cow. It's a little bit too late. I feel like he should probably do a 5-minute, and then they can do a double shift on somebody and shift 6 villagers at the 5-minute mark, which is significant. So it looks like Play Hard will just try to be the only defense on this, and Skyfire will probably just do a fast heroic. Okay, we do have a vision, so a player is probably going to get double shifted. Okay, that's 3 citizens. I don't feel like ceasefire is worth it to avoid being shifted. I guess, okay, so here is the other shift too. So I guess the ceasefire is saving 6 villagers, but it's just going to take so long before they actually start doing stuff again. Oh, so he's actually going... Wiz is going to get doubled pretty heavily here. F2 needs to roll over WKT fast. Yeah, player needed to probably dock on this side too. Because Wiz is going to lose this pretty heavily, I would say, and giving a Ra fish boom very tough for the late game. Wiz isn't in a terrible numbers here yet, though. But he's not going to be able to withstand a double on his side. Is Iron Maiden just going up? He is up. I don't like this heroic. They need to push. eye off. I guess player is doing pretty well. He did make 3 boats, so maybe not so bad. I guess maybe he's going to go for a huge Ragnarok, maybe. Play art is used. Shockwave. Does Wiz still have Shockwave? He does, but yeah, he needs to just run forward around all of this and try to do some raids, because yeah, he's already pushed off of water. And Skyfire doing a really nice job forward docking with everything. Got a villager all the way up here trying to just get as much of the fish as they can. So yeah, they need to keep, just remember in this, oh, shoot at the fish though, big guy. Docks do not fire arrows, so they cannot do that. Aya is upping with Nephthys. Alright. So poor Wiz, kinda getting doubled up here. Gonna make it tough for him to survive. He just needs to hope that they can roll on the bottom quick. They'll want to probably push on the, try to get through the Uranos. If they can get in really strong flaming weapons on the Uranos and can just cut WKT in half, that would be really good for them. Hathor is up. You might try to see them getting a good pestilence in, or not pestilence, good locust in somewhere. I'm not seeing too much of forward scouting though from WKT, so it looks like it won't be coming yet. The question is, will WKT fight on the water? So we do have, okay, ancestors showing up. It looks like player does not actually have a hero. So probably would have been nice to get Odysseus and the other dude out, Jason out before. Ooh. WKT can really do some damage over here. It looks like Aya is not quite paying attention to his minions. Oh, this Promethean is really going to do some damage over here. Oh, I'm surprised the Promethean did not push through. They could have done a lot more damage right here with this. Oh, we got a... he's not quite going to get that down, though. So player does get his settlement built. And actually, the ancestors really did not do a whole lot of damage. He just popped his units in quick and then threw them out over here, and then was able to get this town center built. We got, all right, not 5 villagers, decent, but not too strong. We already do see the Ra attacking up on this side too as well. And yeah, just they got complete and utter control. They're gonna have to win this side fast, and I think with all the slowdown on player, I don't think player's gonna be able to help out fast enough. I don't even know if Iron Maiden will get this built. Looks like he will. Should get this target the Chiral Ballista though. It's doing a lot of damage to the hill fort. You'd hate to, and even we even see Skyfire here helping out as well. So it's kind of a 1v3 here in a way. I don't know if Iron Maiden's going to be able to hold 1v3. Was trying to go forward, but I mean, just a little too late. And Skyfire is just going to be so hard to hold back. You got a Ra with full water. It's tough to slow that down, really tough. And F2 looks like player will probably be trying to do, again, I don't think the fast mythic here is worth it, because they're I mean, they need to get map control. And without the Myrmidons and the 40 favor Colossus, I just don't think it's that strong. Iron Maiden probably has way too many Ulfsarks. They don't do well against chariots at all. Is Iron Maiden advancing maybe? No. Player is up with Feistus using that Plenty Vault. We'll be looking to do an Underworld on the Aranos, I would assume. I mean, he's going to have to split the trade. We'll need to split the trade, otherwise the Egyptian fish economy with trade spam, that'll be tough to overcome. Also tough to overcome, what we'll probably end up facing will be double mercs from both sides here if he does. I mean, Skyfire does have, he did go up with, what is that guy that gets the mercenary? What am I looking at here? I can't think of the name for some reason. Hathor. But we do have a nice trade route coming already from Iron Maiden and Player. Really, their only hope is to really demolish... Oh man, he lost his town center too in the meantime. Like, this is where I just don't think that Fast Mythic is worth it, because in that time period he's allowing Iron Maiden to get absolutely doubled on land. While he's... Alrighty, so this is getting up. I'm assuming he'll use it around here. Has to get that trade. Iron Maiden also has to be careful not to lose all of his army. He almost should fall back even more. His army kind of gets heavily destroyed by F2 as well. So here we've got Valor being used. We've got the Pegasus flying down, and we now have our Underworld. And he is going to try to get all of these town centers. We have a ping saying, hello, Underworld here. Alright, so it looks like WKT kind of not ready for this, and actually they are running all back. Surprised they are running everything back. Okay, so just green is going back, it looks like. Yeah, just Aya is coming back to help defend. So there's one town center down. Wiz is actually holding against Skyfire, who is kind of not quite up yet. Like, they needed a tornado to instant kill the Underworld. So now we got mercenaries showing up from Aya. We should have mercenaries coming from Skyfire as well. He's gonna kill the second town center here, which hopefully will allow Iron Maiden to get this town center back. Just all these Ulfsarks though, like, needs Hersier for the Dryads. He's not even gonna get that town center either. See, poor Wiz just can't, even though Skyfire is full on defending here, Wiz just has Atlantean. How is he going to push this? Like, he will never kill this. Ever. It's almost worth it for him. Oh, he is fishing. It's kind of a mistake by Skyfire, or, well, WKT generally. Iron Maiden needs to get his forward town center build. Really needs it. Do they have the fishing upgrades? They do. They do. The player should be able to hold on to a double decently. We did get this town center down. Ooh, player did just age up with that. Yeah, see, Maiden just cannot get this town center. He just cannot kill that army. Tartarian Gate has been used, and he did not get it on the Underworld. I think he tried to use it to kill the Underworld, but He missed. Which may be important. May not be. How is Wiz doing? Is he up? Okay, he is up with Vortex. That town center is gone as well. Whew, this is getting tricky. We need F2 player needs to. Man, just all these mercenaries, just so annoying. This is kind of what I talked about. He's just gonna face waves of mercenaries, and okay, so finally, it's probably too slow. Iron Man getting his town center here. Aya is up with Horus. It looks like they will probably not need to use it on this anymore. Maybe? How are these armory upgrades? He's got full armory upgrades. That is gigantic. Oh, Skyfire lost his Pharaoh before he could use the 1 siege tower rock drop. Okay, alright, the shockwave huge. Player needs to send more villas through to repair. It's not much of an army though to Vortex. Oh, look at that. That is big ol' path block. His own units are path blocking himself. Okay, so because of this super fast repair rate, player is going to keep this up for now. Oh, he lost his last Ville repairing, but he is getting this. Man, that repair rate is just so broken. Meanwhile, I mean, just Wiz you just can't push. Like almost Wiz should just like build a wonder or something. Just look at all of this that the underworld is required, and yeah, they're building up for a Ragnarok here. Don't think the Rag will push through here at all. What is he building economic guilds to? This is still static. It's ridiculous how long. Merm do exist, but they can only be produced in Fortress in the hybrid patch. So kind of makes the fast mythic less valuable. He's having a rock drop the underworld. Yeah, really, probably the only way WKT will be able to push through or well win is if they do like a wonder now, which they might maybe hold. Aya's only got Tornado. Player probably has the resources for an underworld or a wonder, but Skyfire is starting his first, though. Could always Vortex down to stop it. But player, they need to get their own wonder, and this Reg will not win the game. Like, where is he going to attack? Here? No. Definitely not here. And I mean, the only like vulnerable spot would be like here. But everywhere else, I mean, he attacks Egyptians and he faces mercenaries. He attacks here and he faces all of this. Yeah, F2 needed to do a wonder, which they could still maybe do, but it's looking a little grim, shall we say. They're even walling up here, doing a really good job predicting, just really defending the Ragnarok. It's just kind of a predictable gameplay from F2 here. Is the fast mythic or semi-fast mythic underworld, the Ragnarok. F2 instead needed just to control the middle, and just do a standard push, just without Myrmidons. Without Myrmidons, the fast mythic just is not worth it. Like, yeah, there's just all these towers. Just he's not gonna be able to do anything. I mean, I guess he will probably be able to destroy the Wonder, but without building their own. I mean, they could hold. F2 could hold. If they made a Wonder, they could probably hold, I would think, for the 10 minutes. They're using a tornado on Ragnarok. It's kind of stupid. Like, if you want to waste a tornado, you do it there. But alright. I mean, it's just a lot to use on this Wonder without having a Wonder to build in on your half. I mean, like if F2 builds a Wonder right away, they could probably win this. But I mean, so he's killed the Wonder, but what's he gonna do now? No, they're just building another one on the bottom half. That's what F2 needed to do, was do a Wonder themselves. I'm trying to think of ways that F2 could win this, and I'm not really coming up with too many. This Ragnarok down here is stopping this Wonder. I don't know why F2 is not getting their own. This Reg actually did more damage than I thought I would. But I don't know why F2 is not responding and building their own Wonder. Like this is would be the only way they could win. I mean, I know they would have to face rock drops. Man, look at all these towers. It's just so hard on the Reg. We gotta pause. So he doesn't even have his forward town center, and player isn't pushing anywhere. I mean, he's Aranos against Ra. Don't think he's gonna be able to push through ever. Iron Maiden probably does have fully upped Reg. Close to it, not quite. But he probably has the economy to fall back and just start over again. Because he's got fish, he's got trade. But he's almost out of Reg. Needs to watch out. These guys running down here aren't going to do much. He needs to kind of clear this up. But yeah, he's not even going to kill all these watchtowers here. And these mercs and chariots are keeping this Reg down as well. And not quite sure what they're doing here. I just needed a Wonder. Doing another Wonder. This is really just for insurance for WKT. In case F2 were to try to win with a Wonder. If WKT can build theirs first, then the Wonder is kind of pointless. Look at all these mercenaries. But yeah, it looks like F2's hopes and dreams are running low. Player doing what he can. And Iron Man did get his town center back, but this is a nice build here, though. I think if they can jack up the trade, that would be awesome. That's what they need to do, but without having a wonder of their own, I just don't see how they will win. It's kind of interesting though, all this build up here. Kind of, you know, I mean, it protects from the reg, but after that it's kind of pointless. I mean, how much map control do you need right here? And we can see players just kind of bypassed all of that, and Iron Maiden will be able to do the same thing. I don't know why his army is just sitting there. But man, this is big right here. Look at all of this. This is killer right here. But Wiz just, without help from player, Wiz just won't be able to hold this. I mean, you got the mercenaries coming through. This was carnage for the trade route. But player needs to help out up here. Dang it, keep rotating and it's really driving me bonkers. But yeah, there's nothing, no way you can expect Wiz to be able to defend this. And actually, Skyfire has, this is actually an F2 town center here, as is this one. So now they just move their trade though, and they're actually just trading with this one. Though this might, these will probably finish that town center off as well, but player just doesn't have the pop. I mean, he's got too much economy in his, he's just got too many eco units. Just does not have an army. And is this town center down? No, he's Colossus is fighting mercenaries. That's a bit of a problem. We got a vortex. Ooh, just stopped that town center in time. Just stopped. I don't know. Okay, at some point, make a second wonder. In case the first one gets killed, they have a second one to fall back on. Because yeah, here's the problem: is they got to kill this wonder. They have to defend here. This is a nice trade block here, and then they did kill that as well. Just opportunity missed. F2 winning with a wonder, but oh well. I mean, when you're watching like I am from the with the bird's eye view, it's easy to see what should be done and what should not be done. Good job keeping that town center down though. But it's just a raw late game, 5 town centers fighting a Uranus. I mean, you can't blame Wiz either. He got doubled on water early, and that gives Ra free boom. I mean, there's no way he's going to hold that. No way at all. Actually doing a nice push down here. Like, kind of play hard. Not doing a whole lot right now. Player needs to show up fast and defend this, but yeah, I just don't know. Say they defend this and they kill this this town center and this wonder. Are they able to get that one down in time? I don't know. See, actually, it's actually kind of crazy. F2 is catching up in score, but that trade block actually really hurt WKT. Alright, here comes this wonder. We'll probably actually go down to all of this. They are getting a little bit path blocked here. Does he have all? Okay, he does. They just need to defend this. Boy, if the game is actually ending a little, getting closer than I thought it would. I think they will end up getting this wonder. They just need to defend this. Like, the scare is that they will lose up there. Yeah, this wonder is almost dead, and probably the next push, yeah, that'll kill it. They're pinging some idle chariots there. Okay, they are actually pushing back. Like, this plot here is thickening. This is getting juicy. Yeah, this wonder will. Oh yeah, this pack should finish off of that wonder, and then Iron Maiden can go back to kind of legitimate defense or attack, shall we say? So yeah, this wonder is down. Okay. This town center is healed all the way back up. Like, F2 just, they must not have the resources to build a wonder of their own. Okay, one wonder decimated, but now we got this one halfway up. This is a nice push down here. We got much going on here, and actually, okay, so this Iron Maiden's push here is a little bit pointless. He's got a tree too. He needs to just forward build up here. This is where he needs to go. He's got that town center down. Looks like he'll get that town center down. They're actually pushing back here. Wow! F2 is really coming back in this game. Here I was counting them out, and WKT kind of falling apart late game here. Like Skyfire kind of not doing much with his 5, now 4 town centers. And they will get this up, but they are losing a lot over here. And Iron Maiden is doing a great job pushing through. Oh, then they need to get that down. Great job getting this town center, and there's just not a lot of defense here. So if Iron Maiden just builds another few hill forts and does his ram raid over here, they could probably kill that one too. This is just so tough to push through this, though. Like, player almost just needs to focus on this right now and get that down. Like, I don't know, this push down here, just don't know if it's worth. Iron Maiden would be really good for him to get this town center, because then he could split the trade. If he can do that, split trade, get that town center, then player would be able to stop this attack. He wouldn't need to do this anymore. But oh, they are. We got a. Okay, he's building a sky passage up here to get on that. Iron Maiden just needs to block trade first. They did a really good job getting that first wonder down, actually. But just need to be careful not to just go into panic mode on this second wonder. They got 10 minutes to kill it. And oh, we've got quite a fire siphon push here. Man, look at all these catapults, though. But man, they just got to dedicate so much resources to this. Make sure if he's smart here. Whoa. Okay. Okay, getting that town center. He is slowly building in the trade. Pushing here, but this is important. Say they kill this wonder, but Wiz loses his base. And Wiz does still have a vortex. I don't think Skyfire has seen this yet, though. Like, he's not reacting at all. He's not seen... Yeah, he has not noticed this. He is oblivious to this wonder kill. Oh, now he sees. Now he sees after it's 3/4 of the way down. Remember that these villagers do not get an attack bonus against siege, so these guys will last a long time. I think he's going to kill this. Did get this town center. Iron Maiden using forest fire. Yeah, that wonder is down too. Man! So all the wonders are down. And Iron Maiden is splitting the trade here. They just need to watch this right here. And player is up on this. F2 might be coming back on this. I think they are. They are playing this late game really well. Almost like WKT figured that they got these two wonders and they had the game won, and they just kind of stopped playing. Okay, we did see Iron Maiden did lose his town center here, but should be able to hold this. We got a couple towers to defend and does have a pretty generous army. We're going to have another wonder being built down here, but players got a nice forward base. Starting wonder number 3 in the game. I don't know if I've ever seen a game that had 3 wonders destroyed. And it's kind of a risky spot for it, but I mean, I guess everywhere is risky because we've got a complete and utter trade block on this. This trade is going to be down so fast. Does he have crenellations? He does. Yeah, this trade is going to be down so quick. I mean, they'll be able to take a few passes through, but you just see all the low hit points for the caravans. They are really getting down. Wow. Man, if F2 wins this, this is definitely the game of the tournament so far. But Wiz's, oh, we got this moronic rock drop here. I tell you what, WKT, they're playing as lame as they can to win this tournament. I mean, integrity, nothing. Winning, everything. Like, back in my day, people used to win like men. Nowadays, we got this nonsense going on. We got wonder here, wonder there, rock drop here. This just makes me vomit. I know I'm probably not really impartial anyway because I'm on F2, but I really want F2 to win this game because this is just pathetic. WKT should be ashamed of themselves. Needs to keep this trade block up, though. This is very important. Oh, man, these catapults, though, just doing so much damage. And now this back. This town center gone, too. This is probably really messing up. Yeah, Wiz's market is dead. He should move his trade back. This rock drop has done a lot of damage. Really nice down here. He also did lose that town center as well, but looks like he's getting it back. This is fighting up here because this is where Playhard is trying to push through, and player trying to get his town center back. F2's got so many down town centers right now. Needs to watch their trade. This wonder almost up. We're gonna have to start seeing some ram raids again. He also needs to get a couple barracks here to replenish his unit building. Man, it's just so hard to push through two late game Egyptians. Alright, we have wonder number 3. Man, player's been trying to kill this town center for so long. The problem is this guy right here. He is out of some resource though that he needs to repair it though. Alright, finally we have a wonder from F2, so they are going to have to kill. They should have needed to get that wonder out before. Okay, we need to see Rams coming back through here. Man, he lost his town center. Man, there's just so much going on. We got push here for WKT. They are now pushing back, getting that town center back. Looks like now the trade block is finally coming to an end. This rock drop really did a lot of damage by Skyfire here. Looks like he's loading up for another one. Yeah, just look, he had this town center down to like 400 hit points and now it's back up again. Player needs to delete some of his fishing boats. Mythic Age fishing boats are really inefficient. We've got some trade problems here. Oh, you gotta watch this rock, Mr. Odysseus. And this is the difficulty that F2 has if they want to win with a wonder, is that they can drop off with their rocks. Where are the rams? The rams need to come through. Because now this trade block is done. We need to get... He's defending too much here. Just needs to really tower up here and then mass his rams again down here, and kill that wonder and then kill this wonder again. Where did this rock go? Did it die? I think the rock might have died without killing anything, because I don't see it flying around anywhere. Yeah, players just spent a lot of time trying to push through this town center with no luck. Okay, we have a vortex here. How much does player have for this vortex? Alright, decent. He's got destroyers. That is his last vortex. He'll do a decent amount of damage with the town center here, or to the wonder here. But Iron Maiden is losing his forward base. Looks like he's trying to do another block on the... They might... All these destroyers, they might kill that again. Ooh, this town center is down, and so is this one. I missed how these town centers went down. But that is key, because Skyfire is actually only at right now. The WKT is actually behind in town centers, and the third wonder has been destroyed. And F2 has taken the lead. He needs to... Now they're where he is again, the other town center, or the other wonder. And we have that, this town center will go down. This one will finally go down as well. And we have Iron Maiden with a nice forward base here. They should be able to get to this wonder in the 10 minutes. And I think that vortex will be enough now to finally put Aya out of the game. He has 0 town centers. But F2 cannot rely on a wonder win because of rocks. They have no way to stop the rock. And yeah, Skyfire, right now, WKT only has 5 town centers. Trying to get this one, but he's not going to. This was a really good vortex by Wiz. Wiz has played this game really well, and he's pushing on here too. Wiz is kind of the unsung hero of this game, really. That he got doubled hard. Really, he's only had 2 town centers pretty much all game, and he has killed 2 wonders and is pushing again on Skyfire. Yeah, they are. F2 is turning this game completely around, and this town center is down. So WKT down to, well, still 3, 4, 5 town centers. This one is down as well. We need to get some ram raids coming through, though. Need to get ram raids. Also, what's interesting is that Skyfire does not have any forward villagers to take these town centers back. He does not have really very many villagers at all, Skyfire. So he really doesn't have much to repair this. He's losing villagers here, and player is getting this town center, killing this one. Yeah, this game, F2 will, if F2 wins this game, which it looks like they will, although it's comical I said that it looks like WKT will win this game. think F2 will win. And yes, F2 does have the wonder advantage, actually. I just actually noticed that. But again, Skyfire can just load up 15 catapults, but the problem is if he wants to do that, that's a ton of pop he won't have to defend. And I think that Wiz is going to be able to just keep this down long enough where Iron Maiden sends in 15 rams and that wonder is down as well. So yeah, F2 looks like they are going to win what may be one of the best matches I've seen. I mean, disgusting play from WKT. It was just disgusting. But awesome to see it not win. Oh man, this town center is going up fast. He needs to get his top fortresses shooting at this town center here. They are not, did not keep that down. You do need to, should kill this. 2 seconds on the wonder. If player cannot get this town center built. Still needs to delete these boats, and he is getting this town center, so they'll get this town center, this town center. Really, once they get all this, they're kind of delaying a little bit to get all these town centers here. And yeah, someone's commenting that they just put too much effort into wonders, and I would agree with that. They could have just pushed through Wiz and won, but they started getting a little too cute, a little too defensive. Building wonders and just ended up not winning with wonders. This is really great late game by F2 here, and we got a Rocky. I think he's trying to pick up some catapults somewhere, but he doesn't even have. I don't know if Skyfire has currently has a siege workshop on the map. I don't see one, so I don't think they will be able to. At this point, I don't think they'll be able to get to this wonder. And if he ends up he being Skyfire dedicates the population he needs to kill that wonder, I don't think he'll be able to defend his wonder. Alright, we're finally seeing a strong push on Play Hard here. A lot of ballista. Really don't quite understand the ballista. Might as well just run in with your Balder Rams. Man, I'm not one to resign early, but if I were F2 in this game, I probably would have been tempted to resign. But they didn't, and they are mashing through WKT, and Play Hard is calling it a GG. I guess they are not delaying in time to see their 4th wonder go down. I mean, I would be embarrassed too. I would resign before my 4th wonder gets destroyed, because I mean, I don't think I've ever seen one team lose 4 wonders in a game, and to see that tonight, it is an embarrassment, to be sure, especially when you have 2 Egyptians to lose 4 wonders as 2 Egyptians on Anatolia. But yeah. Man, what a game. What a game. Here, F2 looked like they were dead. And then they came back from the dead. And Aya has resigned, so F2 with an amazing comeback victory. What a game. Wow. That's about the hardest I've ever seen a clan or team work to get their first win in a best of 5 series. Holy cow. Well, wow. Down in resources. Up in military for a lot. We're looking at the settlements here. Up 10 to 7 settlements. Really, that was WKT's game to lose for sure, and they lost it. That was really nicely played by F2 there at the end. Holy cow. Whew. Well, does not look like I will be going to bed by midnight. Well, that's okay. It is Friday. What a game. What a game. Wow. And it does make me happy to put on here a 1 next to F2 AoL. Really well played. Wow. Nice game. And we are seeing now for WKT, it's calling out Oasis. Alright, I'm going to step away real quick. Bathroom break. Whew, yes, this is a best of 5. So that was, if F2 lost, they could not, they would have been done. Would have been done. Just waiting here for F2 to make sure they've got their team ready. Ozone coming into the room to cheer on his WKT friends. I'm going to put it on our little, oop, that's not it. Put on our little intermission screen here. F2 is getting their team ready. It looks like WKT is calling Oasis. So we got Oasis coming up for game 4. So we will go to intermission real quick here, and I'll put on a little music. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna have to mute this audio, so that'll be everything muted for you guys, so just hold on. We're getting ready for game 4 in a few minutes. Stay tuned for during this commercial break. Alright, so this is going to be a little different for this last game here. We have, since they are picking Ra, we happen to have a Ra player, or they're not picking Ra, they're picking Oasis. We happen to have a Ra player on our team. Who's me? So I'm actually going to play this last game. Well, not last. It's actually not going to be the last because I'm going to win this game. So hold on. I got to change a few things here. All right. Okay, alrighty. Let me know in chat if this is not working right, but it should be. You know, an Isis wouldn't necessarily be bad, because Ancestor's Eclipse is so strong.
But is this TT-AE or is it Nilla AE?
Well, Nilla is stronger because they were nerfed going into TT.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I mean, the interface is TT, so what's the actual difference between hybrid and Nilla?
No, it's not supposed to be anything, just that.
Just go Pta, as if we can block their aggression, should be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But what about Myrmidon? Are Myrmidon 2 or 3 pop?
I don't know. I might have not got everything changed right.
Just hope we don't have a screwed up Goldman. It would be fitting and... Did you guys got zebras?
I didn't see any yet.
I'm just going fast farm. Who needs zebras?
I do have well, my gold knight's pretty good actually.
I got a lot of zebras, there's 5 zebras.
It's rough.
Lucky them.
Yeah, we needed like the 2 zebras.
You can do a pretty sweet trap. You're really close on the corner.
Alright, this time I will tie. Don't forget your monuments for Shadoof. Somebody did that and forgot the last game.
I wonder who it was.
Not I, said the hen.
Holy smokes. I don't have any wood.
You got this
There
back.
it is.
Yeah, you got this backwood.
That's not too bad.
No. What in the world is going on in the background?
So you guys may want to keep in mind early barracks, just in case.
Nah.
Can't always get Migdal.
Wait, he has hunting dogs. Going chemo style.
Oh man.
He wants to go runs, he can go runs.
What are you guys giggling about?
Just normal rag gameplay.
Oh, I like that. That's good. You need to do that.
Agreed.
Enito, Ayo repair. Enito. And
Image erect.
Dang it. Really screwing up.
Greek. Ayo repair.
But it's fast.
Image erect. Inward.
Tayo, repair.
Image erect.
I know you guys aren't farming yet, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tayo.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, to prevent his
Tayo.
whatchamacallit.
Greek.
Dang it. Okay, I'm getting my wall up.
Has anyone made a trap?
JJ's making it.
It's not in a great spot. I didn't have a good spot to build my trap. Okay.
So do I go mainly camels?
It's a mix.
You're gonna wanna look for a rat, just so you can get your mega buff. Then you go camel, chariot, and raid.
I'm not worried about them. They're pressuring player. I'm not worried about getting a Migdal up.
But you can't stay in her classical age.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm
Definitely not.
gonna use rain unless anybody's got a problem with it.
Nope.
Can do it. It's like I'll be a little pressured.
It's okay. As soon as rain's done, do you want to throw that in my trap here?
You guys do it.
I will use the first shift. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
That way we don't have 3 people shifting the same army.
Oh fuck, there's a hole in the wall. So it means they're free on me. They're gonna take down my TC. I don't think I can.
I will shift.
Shift green
this.
first, I think.
Yeah. You see, I'm trying to wait for his units to get all. Well, no, his units are. I'll wait. I gotta wait till they're a little more compact.
Keep your Pharaoh alive, player.
Okay.
Just about up, player.
So you want to locust their farms.
Right.
Finito. EU refer.
In wedge.
Rig.
Can I farm?
Rain? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In rain?
If you're
Yeah.
good with it.
Rig. EU refer.
Into
Maybe it would have been better if we
UAE.
locust him first. But
Rig. EU refer. Up. Up. EU. Rig.
Don't do chariots, do camels.
I'm doing both.
into
Chariots alone are really weak.
Enro Iatawi.
So I'm gonna try to use Pest Locust before the our next rain. Or never mind. Never mind. We all used our rain anyway.
Keep looking for shit.
Yeah, you can still throw in my my thing. Just remembered about the unit placement.
Finito. Up. Tayo.
Pile. Pile.
into
That hurt.
Greek. Tayo. Tayo.
into
Enito. Tayo repair.
in wedge
In wedge.
Tayo. Air.
Dang it.
into you
Antio. UAE. UAE.
Greek. IR. Ayo repair.
into you
In
Enwich.
wedge. In a gira. Pile. In a gira. Pile.
into you
Coming after me now, it looks like.
into you in wedge at you into you into you
Antio. UAE.
into you
Ayo repair.
direct
Greek. Ayo repair.
Antio.
into you
Do they have any farm somewhere to use it on?
Rig.
Enito. Anwich. Anwich.
Up. Ro Iatawi.
Enito. IR.
direct into you
Watch out.
into you
I still have shifting sands.
into you into you in wedge
Finito. Ro Iatawi. Enwich Iatawi.
Greek. IR.
into you into you into you into you
I'll use the shifting sand trap.
into you
Oh, what the fuck?
Via. EU refer.
Only that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang it, I'm kind of getting overrun over here.
into you Into you. Into you. Go.
Are you alright over there, Chrono? Looks like not. Yeah, we need to go raid.
EU repair. Rig, EU repair.
Into you.
Still got that down there. It's kind of messing up our trade.
I keep killing him and he just keeps going back.
No ways, no win.
Into you. Go.
And UAE. In what UAE?
Into you. Into you.
In UAE.
UI air. Rig, air.
In
what?
Rig, UI air.
Is there any place to use this stupid pestilence or locust or whatever it is?
Into you.
To clear that chance.
Rig, Rig,
You dumb woman. Try that. Man. I could use it on my own build. Oh,
So right.
Yeah, I think it is.
Enemy.
Greek.
The Nilla Locust is just so unpredictable.
Green fire.
Erect. You
Enview.
Man, they sure pushed through. Holy cow. Oh, look at that.
I don't understand why my trap only sent 4 units.
What's that?
My trap only was worth like 4 units.
Oh, yeah, it must I don't know if you're too high or something.
Haha!
the
Shifting sands.
the end game.
We need a failed tornado.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
It's too bad it was the 5. I wonder how much secondary hunt there was with the 5 zebra spawn.
Your zebra scouted. Your secondary hunt was spawned forward, by the way, Chrono. There were
Well,
two
Oh, my leg fell asleep.
Was it
Oh
just
my
2
God.
giraffe?
Oh, my leg fell asleep.
Can't remember what the exact hunt spawn was. I think it's 2 giraffe, 1 gazelle.
Yeah, damn, that game 1 was something, wasn't it? How'd you like that game 1, JJ?
You're gonna have to remind me, which one was game 1?
Megalopolis.
Oh.
That was pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, that one
If
could have
that
been.
went the other way.
Into
This
you.
could have been a 2-1.
Ear at you.
Yeah, that
2-2.
yeah, game 1 had some. There's definitely opportunities there, but that's all right. Anyway, for those who were, they decide for best of 5 or best of 7. Maybe it's the best of 7. No, it's a best of 5. So for those of you guys watching, hold on, let me get out of here so I'm not dominating the chat. For those of you watching, that is the series. Let me get to the screen here. That is, oh, that's the wrong button. That is WKTA 3 and F2/AoL 1. It's a secret weapon failed. Yeah. I'm not what I used to be. I'm old and slow. I don't know. There's a few things I did wrong there. The elephant was not worth it. I needed more barracks early to fight the Vermillo. Should have, instead of elephants, it should have been like more of an axeman, camel, chariot kind of a mix. Just the unit composition, not quite what it needed to be. That is game 4. So it is WKT 3F2/AoL 1. So they do advance. I guess we can look at the post game here and see how that looked. Player just doubled early, tripled early, and then our economies just weren't what they needed to be. It really wasn't. Should probably have thrown in an Isis in there for a Ancestors Eclipse, because it's just so strong. Yeah, I didn't play super well. I lost, probably my kill death is pretty poor. Well, 119 to 100, so I actually had more, but that's alright. But F2 did win the game of the tournament, though. That was a nice win. If we can hang our hats on something, it's that win in game 3. I guess that's the only win that we could even hang our hats on. So that is that for tonight. we will have the finals, obviously, at some point, probably next week. And then there will be actually a third place match. So let's just real quick look at the brackets here. Here are our brackets. I guess you guys can't look at the post game with me when I have that screen up. But so the brackets are now UCA versus WKT in the finals, and Deities of Death versus F2/AoL in the bronze match. So still will be 2 more matches for the tournament, but it's almost winding down. So far people have really not been able to figure out WKTA's Orano spam. We'll see if UCA can figure it out. It's a frustrating play style to go up against, that is for sure. But we shall see how it goes. So for those of you watching into the late night to midnight hours here at 12:14 a.m., I do appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I know we had a few longer intermission breaks. Apologize for that, but we try to get things moving as quick as we can. Just sometimes player changes and such can take a bit. So thanks you guys for watching. This was Chrono JJ streaming on the RTS League channel. And also do keep in mind, actually let me put this blurb in here real quick. We do have a 1v1 tournament that just started, the Age Mythology 1v1 Spring Tournament. So let's load up those brackets real quick. And here they are, if you care to look. Got a lot of games. We ended up with like 39 or almost 40 players, which is a nice amount to have. So got a lot of, and I played first round, Old Wolf, and then we got a lot of big names in here. Joe, Player, Shelty, Skatey, all sorts, Brickhead, all sorts of different players. So it should be a good 1v1 tournament. So if we're not streaming the hybrid patch, we'll be streaming some 1v1 tournaments on the various Age Mythology channels. So hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and we will catch you guys some other time. And that is all. Have a good night. Man, everybody wants to know why Wiz didn't play that last game.
I don't know.
You were kind of a survivor there on Anatolia.
I was a fucking monster. What are you talking
The
about?
Anatolia game was
You
cool.
did. You did great. I said during the stream that you were kind of the secret hero of that game.
So, by the way, JJ, can you explain to my team why FNX team is allowed and not one of our players?
Okay, because that's set up ahead of time where they talked to Blackadder beforehand and said, hey, we could use a player. Huh?
Did they talk to us?
I thought it was fine.
I think it's okay.
Today you said it was fine?
Was it? It was either today or yesterday.
It was today, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was yesterday, because today is now the 6th, man. It was the 5th.
Game of the days.
Not for me, man. It's still the 5th.
Oh, see.
But anyway, yeah. I would say my team's a bit disappointed that was an FNX player was let through, but an F2 squash is not. But that's just, whatever.
Well, if it's whatever, then don't bring it up. Jeez, let's be real. We're either gonna win this.
It up because my teammates brought it up to
It's a lack of integrity. If we have to win the game with the player in the 9th, but bringing in a ringer in the bottom of the 9th entering.
That great, bro. He's just able to communicate with other people.
You're high if you don't think he's that great. No, that's called bringing in a ringer in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's low. No, he's not very good.
Well, unless you don't know play hard skill because you don't know the player.
No, he's not that great. I mean, he's decent. I mean, he plays Orano.
He's a good player on hard.
Have you seen his stream? He's got all these hotkeys set up. He's actually a good player.
No, I'm not saying he's bad, but it has nothing to do with the skill.
No, it does, because you're talking about bringing in a hard hitter at the 9th inning. Both of those players are that type of player.
He's.
I don't care either way. I'm just.
Well, if you do care, then why are you talking about it? It's a ridiculous. It was a ridiculous idea to bring him in at the very end, in the middle of the series. Oh, by the way, we got Green Sea Squash. Let's play him. That was pathetic. I was disappointed in that. It was pathetic.
And like I said,
Okay. Was it pathetic bringing you in then? What's the difference?
I'm actually on the team. Green Sea Squash isn't on the team.
I mean, he's on the roster, but regardless, like I was saying, even if we win that series, like even if Green Sea Squash plays and we win 3-2, we're not going to play finals. Blackadder won't allow that. He'll just be like, you guys brought in an illegal player.
He wouldn't have allowed it anyway. So I wasn't even going to entertain it.
Yeah.
If it's something,
it's all fine, but it needs to be more clear. Also, because I'm bringing this up because Blackadder was my biggest critic. He talked to me all the time. He's like, dude, you can't be having these guests. You have to have like an official team, and that was one of the reasons that RTSL sort of fell apart. I think it needs to be better defined who can play together, and I'm not sure that the guest rule is going to be great if the community isn't so big.
Well, going back in time.
Now about this, I'm looking forward to the next RTSL. Like, it needs to be better, like, defined who can play for who.
Well, right.
Also, I really don't like the fact that there's nothing you can do. Only 3 people can play. But the fact that Ulysses and 6Clicks, they played for Pandora's Box because, well, they're not going to have a chance to play WKT. So how can you manage B teams and this and that? I think it should be more clear to try to get more people playing. I don't know.
To be honest, 6Clicks probably lost us the series by playing for PTX, because if he didn't play, they wouldn't have had enough players for Yuli to play, and Yuli would have played finals, and we would have won if we were playing against Yuli. So
that's so true.
Yeah, but just going forward, I hope that can be better defined.
Well, right. It's going.
It's a big problem, though.
Going back, like, for my mindset now, going back in time, I would not have allowed that F2 team to be player plus squash.
That's my problem. It wasn't that. I told them, and I told Blackadder the whole time during that season, listen, these players are joining our team, except for TSM player, because we guested for him earlier. But everyone else is supposed to join our team. Except for Chrono JJ wants to have the Teo team name, and player wants to have the TSM player team name. These clans are dead. It's over. You guys need to move on. We need to group up. We need to do something else.
To be like, I don't know if I don't honestly, if you guys want to keep the tags, it's really not that big of a deal. But I think it should become to a point where it's like, you're not really a guest anymore, JJ. You're just a part of the team, and players borderline the same thing. So I think next season.
I know, but borderline, that's the problem. It can't be borderline, because then we show up and say, hey, we want to play this guy, and now we can't play him. Somehow you have to have a better system where.
I kind of do agree with the Green Sea Squash thing. I don't think he should have been allowed to play there, but at the same time, I think there should be like a point where it's like, okay, these players aren't like, for players like Chrono and like Player that are quite clearly actually just F2. Should be considered.
No, that's
some ambiguity there that Blackadder talked to me about. He messaged me all the time, dude. Hey, you can't be having these guests. Hey, you need to formulate your team better. Hey, you need to make sure these people join your clan. Hey, you need to host these games on the weekend. Like all these critiques that people were giving me, and I was trying to twist these players' hands to say, hey, listen, I know you want to honor your team that you liked 10 years ago, but it's causing a problem.
Anyway. I don't even understand what the guest means. I mean, Player and Squash joined the clan, so I don't understand why they would be considered guests.
Squash isn't in the clan. He's in Keen. He's not in F2.
He's in both clans.
Okay, so he wasn't in Keen originally during that campaign, but then he joined them after. The problem was that it wasn't clear, and that these players feel like they can go wherever they want and do whatever they want.
Does it means you can't be in 2 clans, or you have to be a guest for one of them? Is that what you're saying, JJ?
The reason why they made
Right.
the guest rule was Dodd and Lad got together and they made the guest rule. They told Blackadder, hey, look at this team that's poaching all these players. That's not cool. And so then they made the guest rule after Wiz signed up with that roster.
No, that wasn't why. The guest rule was actually made.
Blackadder told me that. Blackadder told me that 100% specific.
That's-
Dodd and Lad got together and made that rule for that reason.
That wasn't why it was made.
I'm pretty sure.
Blackadder told me that's why he made it. Blackadder told me that's why he put it in.
I don't.
All during this season, I was trying to open a dialogue with Blackadder and try to tell him the situation. These players, they're not organized. We need a better system, is all I'm saying. And I don't know how to make that happen in a small community.
But what you don't do is try to take advantage of an ambiguous system just for personal gain. I found that really low to bring him in at the end of the tournament.
He showed up when we said let's sub him. We didn't organise for him to come online.
Yeah, he was.
It's the same. It's the same thing. For him to show up at the end, it's all the same. It's ridiculous.
Serendipitous, if you like.
Huh?
Could we request a rule to be made in RTSL, or can you guys consider making a rule that if a clan is inactive, like TOA is inactive, TSM is inactive, that a player joining another clan to play in them is not considered a guest?
No, well, no, you're right. We would not be considered guests.
And Green Sea Squash was never a guest. I hope you can understand that during that campaign. It was only ambiguous after. And I had talked to Blackadder extensively about that issue. More importantly, about trying to get more people incorporated in the team.
You can't say he's still in it when he hasn't logged onto the F2.
No, not now.
Right.
Now. I'm talking about during the whole campaign.
But if you
that RTSL, and I'm not really even talking about this tournament because there's different rules. So I'm more talking about last RTSL or next RTSL.
Well, right. I mean, I do agree. It's hard to define when does a person become a guest and when are they not, and
sorry, you go ahead.
They're not in the clan if they don't log onto the tag. That's more or less.
What?
Right, but
if they haven't logged onto the tag, which makes sense, in a long time, then they would not be considered in the clan. For example,
yeah, but RTSL happens every few months. So as soon as it signs up, everyone comes out. Redo comes out of the woodworks.
Right.
Everyone comes out.
And then everybody starts joining a clan, and then it's, well, we're not a guest, we're in the clan. I mean.
And then only 3 people get to play. So then the other teams join another team, and it's just a mess.
I mean, if people are people are always gonna be able to take advantage of the rules.
But I don't want you to blame me for trying to take advantage of the system that was set up against me. That's ridiculous.
Well, somebody was trying to take advantage of it tonight. I don't know who it was, but
was it Play Hard? FNX Play Hard?
No, it was whoever wanted Green Sea Squash to play for us.
Well, that would be the guest TSM player because he wants to win and he plays with Green Sea Squash. So what are you going to do? We're going to tell TSM player, now you can't be a guest? And what is TSM going to do for next RTSL? Why don't they come back and play with Atlantis and all them?
I think JJ's saying players in the clan, players F2 now, more or less.
Yes.
That's irrelevant to me.
But the guests need to be set up ahead of time. That's the only problem here. If at the beginning of the season, or, well, not season, because this isn't a season, this is a tournament. If at the beginning of the tournament, or at some point, hey, we are going to have...
At the beginning or at some point. That's ambiguous, because then yesterday, FNX Playhard can message you, but we can message you today, so...
Well, it wasn't today. It was in the middle of the series when F2 was down 0-2.
But that wasn't me or any of us. He showed up and messaged players. So.
Well, but then you had the nonsense, everybody whining about it in the game. I mean, it wasn't happening in the middle of the series at 12 o'clock at night when we are down 2-0.
For you, not 12 for everyone.
Yeah.
So.
It was if it's set up ahead of time. Not through me because I can't.
Then it's just I have to go talk to the administration and then I get this favor and
well,
then
maybe
I can play with this player.
Maybe I don't.
Ridiculous.
I don't think Blackadder would have approved of it in middle of the.
I know, but that's.
There's 100% no way he would have. That's why it would have been pointless, even if he did. Because, like I said, even if we win the series, Blackadder won't let us advance. So it's not really. I don't know.
Okay. So what do you want me to do, JJ? If people come to me and they say, "Hey, I want to play with TSM player. I want to play with you for RTSL." What do I tell them?
They can join up as long as they join before it starts. I think is what JJ's saying.
You're right. You can't have just a flood of people joining in the middle of.
I know, but that's how it is. That's the nature.
Well, then they should have figured out ahead of time.
Oh, people should have figured out. Oh yeah, like Odin King, and they're all gonna figure out ahead of time.
Well, sure. I mean, it's a bunch of idiots in this community. You can't find a perfect rule set to manage idiots. I mean, monkeys are going to be monkeys, and you can't make a monkey.
People want a guest in their 10-year-old teams because of the nostalgia. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Anyway, regardless of the argument, could we request that until TSM is again active, that Blackadder considers player main member of our.
I'm pretty. He does. I think at this point he does because that's why he allowed
he does.
Player and Green Sea Squash to play in the same team. I mean, he had some strange logic.
No, that's not.
He didn't, Chrono JJ.
He did.
I'm trying to
but we played together.
I'm trying to tell you that Green Sea Squash was a full member. And that's why I had to boot Adafang. Blackadder told me, kick Adafang and you can play with Green Sea Squash. Literally told me that. Because people did not want to play against Adafang TSM player and stack teams. So he said, okay, people think Adafang's too strong, boot him out. And and now it's just ridiculous. And it comes down to this, I talked to Blackadder, this and that, or I talked to Blackadder, that and that.
To be honest, in this case, I'm not really mad that or like upset that Play Hard played because this was more of a we can't schedule these games, so
and that's
can we
the
get
reason,
somebody
100%.
Otherwise we could be like, well, Play Hard hasn't been in the clan for a week, so we could go argue that. But this was just we need these games played, and
but that is more so why it was done is because. I'm sure Aya said that probably in order to play at this time they need another player because they can't have any of their European. Let's be real. This time did kind of suck for them because none of their European guys could play.
It's 4 a.m. for Moore and 6 a.m. for
which European guys?
Moore and Radu. They have Moore and Radu on their team. The thing is,
Moore played in more, and he played in over half their games.
For a tournament and not have a 2-week window where you can play, isn't that ridiculous?
Well, they could play, but look at our times we could play. Our schedule for them sucked.
They had a lot of people,
and so did the thing. Okay, the reality is, and I know this pretty much 100%. They could have played at this time without Play Hard. They could have used Raven Girl, but they didn't want to because they don't want to automatically lose. Just like we could have played on Sunday at 18:30 GMT, but we didn't want to because we wanted to get all of our players here. Both teams could have played. This really could have happened, but because we all wanted to have the best teams possible, neither team was willing to be like, yeah, okay, we'll play that time. And then eventually WKT was like, okay, well, if we can play hard, we're willing to play at that time. So that's how the scenario played out.
Yeah, anyway. I guess it's not a new issue.
I think the games were good. The games were fun.
Yeah, I'm actually happy with using the players that we played, the maps that we picked, the game. I'm actually pretty happy.
I mean, if we couldn't win with what we had tonight, then we didn't deserve to win.
Anyway, I'll
I mean,
be right
but
back.
I would say that Playhard is definitely a good player. I think he makes the team I mean, he just plays non-patch, non-stop, and super aggressive. Like, he's hard to play against.
He's a good player, definitely.
This is probably their strongest team that they've had the whole time.
Yeah, but still triple Aranos. Definitely can win that.
Yeah, Uranos is pretty strong on the hybrid patch, that's for sure.
No,
And the way that Playhard plays, it's really good.
Our ceasefire and our restoration on Medit were not together.
Well, Medit, I don't know why we picked Medit. Medit was a very bad choice.
Honestly, 3x Zeus times 3x Uranos wins so easy there.
I don't even know if that happens. The problem is in AOT, all the original civs got bonuses to their boats. That's removed in AOM, so Uranos boats are stronger in hybrid.
Well,
because of that.
Just faster, right?
No. Comparatively. Because all of the original, especially Greek with the +4 range, got stronger in Titans. That doesn't.
What about Resto? Tell me about Resto, because
it's not as strong either. It doesn't last as long. I think it's slightly less range and it doesn't last as long. It might be the same range, but like 2 seconds shorter, which is actually significant considering it's like 50 hit points a second or something.
That's like the patch, right? Isn't the patch 2 seconds shorter?
Yeah, but Meta, I don't know why it wasn't like a unique map picked.
What's the point of doing a unique map?
To win. You would win.
Anatolia was fun.
We were going over the unique maps and none of them really came up.
But you win that. You win team migration.
I don't know about that.
No, you do.
Vortex,
Triple Uranus is good on team migration.
Yeah.
There's other Meta was they played their other Meta game that they played really well in, and
they're good players that have good micro and
Iron Maiden sucks as Greek. I don't know why.
He panicked. He panicked when he got triple. Lost everything.
We played like 3 or 4 games before this tournament, and with player Iron Maiden and me on Mediterranean. So
yeah, his Greek is because he did the same thing. The same thing happened in the other Medic game against UCA. Is him and Dark Risen absolutely bombed.
Right.
But
the issue here was the ceasefire and the resto wasn't timed. Even
it wasn't.
Maiden panicked and just lost all his boats for no reason. Like, we could have run away.
Yeah,
Maiden and player don't play well together. That Anatolia game, we almost lost that because Maiden went really far forward and played really aggressive, and the player didn't help us at all. So
yeah, that was.
Maiden could gather.
Yeah.
Player that's a bad misplay because it's
not that bad because
the underworld
supposed to be able to survive.
The fast mythic underworld.
Iron Maiden is supposed to be super strong.
The thing is, Maiden did get triple
Yeah,
he's supposed to win the triple actually.
No, he can't. He can't win a triple. But
with Thor winning water.
No,
he went too far up.
He was just at his forward town center. He was fighting his forward town center.
I think he went too far up.
No, he was at his. Oh, okay, yeah, he did forward build beyond that. You're right.
Yeah.
That was too far.
What player did was not great. I get what you mean, but Iron Maiden should have been able to survive.
Well,
I think in all of the games that they've played together so far in this whole series, they've never been on the same page, like playstyle wise. I think Maiden's trying to play like really far forward and aggressive, while player was trying to like do an underworld play.
The problem is you don't have free myth with Zeus.
Right.
So
that's player is the one who is misplaying.
Yeah, Zeus is so slow.
Because the underworld has no power spike in hybrid because the Colossus costs 40 favor and you don't
But
get
he had full
Myrmidons.
armory.
He needed heavy infantry,
And they had
but
nothing.
he never does that. He always goes medium infantry.
Right. But it's more so, I would say, more so player that's misplaying that than Iron
He had
Maiden.
hand axe and pickaxe at the end of that game. That game was
No.
hard, man. Yes, he did. He had hand axe.
No. I know. I just disagree because I think Thor honestly can do 3v1 and blow people out of the water.
But he couldn't because the one that he was against was Ra, who also had free water. And the Uranos also had water.
Oh. That was such a big misplay by me. I added 2 more docks during that game because I forgot there was no shooting docks.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna do your tower special.
I should have, dude. I was considering it there for a second, but then I was like, I have enough goats to get heroic. Better get heroic, grab a town center, and hopefully do some stuff later.
It was fun watching you get the wonders. That was cool.
Sky Passage is OP, man.
I was thinking at every
They're
moment you could have picked Conquest for this one.
I kind of surprised it took players so long to build a wonder.
Dude had hand axe.
Doesn't like to make wonder. That's not his style.
I told him to build one. That's why I did. But dude had hand axe and pickaxe at like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not that surprised.
Yeah. No.
What happened? What happened in the first game? How did they end up winning?
It was just everything.
Player. It was player again.
In the middle. Yeah.
Player really played that game poorly.
I got just
Thing is,
dicked
even
by
if
the
player
double.
did that with that underworld, if you timed the flaming weapons with the underworld, it could have worked. But you did flaming weapons and then like 2 minutes later, underworld.
They attacked it a lot though. That was a good attack.
I think you made too many.
Definitely, but if he had used underworld before you had done flaming weapons, he could have taken that town center.
But he didn't have a pushing army at that time. He only had some Hippocon, and he didn't have any infantry to kill the town center, and he still never, don't even think, killed it.
Yeah, the biggest problem was you were going really hard raid, which was good, but you had nothing to defend yourself. And player did his underworld. I had to deal with the 3 tart gates used on me, so I was like delayed, and I also get player my hunt, so I'm delayed, so I can't vortex over immediately. So when he underworlded, first I had to kill the tart gate, then I vortex over to help you because you were raiding. So player lost his underworld. Then you did a lot of damage with your raids, but player had to go defend your side against blue, which just left me to die 2v1. And I just couldn't get to a gold mine because there's just too many players there. At least that's from my point of view what happened.
I think player dropped real rate since a year ago. And I don't mean to say that like disrespectful, but I do think it has to do with the competition.
To be honest, I just think he's not a good hybrid.
The hybrid
player.
probably doesn't suit him as much.
No, he plays like it's Titans. That's the main problem is
it's too slow. But what else can you do? Zeus is not as fast.
He should have.
If player went Loki maybe on that first game, he probably would have won it.
Or if he just didn't do his stupid underworld. If he just like used his army to help me, kill the tart gates, and waited on his underworld, and then did a big underworld push when he had up. Like if this goes late game, we don't even need underworld to win. He just needed to not underworld and just wait. That's all we really need to do, and I think we just. But we were just all out of sync that first game. I think that was our biggest.
The start was really good. Like I felt like we defended pretty well, and then after the attack, and then raided good. But eventually, they just.
You guys did. Yeah, the start they didn't really do much damage, but it was the middle to late game where.
You went too far. You went too far up, Wiz.
I don't agree, but that's okay.
I think with the raid, if they're losing tons of villages, we just have to wait. Just wait, like stabilize and wait, and then eventually we'll just.
Right, but while waiting, player decided to, so we couldn't just wait.
Yeah, no, that was player lost that first game. It was a bad game by player.
I don't know. Maybe I should have just if I place my palaces to defend, I had 2 palaces. One was defending like near the TC, and one was near the gold mine. If I put both of them on the gold mine, and it just said fuck the TC, which I can't see the future. But if I did do that, then we could maybe still win because I'd have palaces to defend gold.
Yeah, you have to give up the town center and just use your vortex.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't have any gold, so I couldn't do that.
You didn't have what?
I didn't have gold. Like they were
Yeah,
like.
I know they were doubling you, tripling you, but you were up on them. I don't know. Yeah, it was a good game.
I mean, they played well, so it's not like they don't deserve to win the series.
I'm so glad they at least lost that Anatolia game, because that was just, man, I was getting HIV, STDs, and AIDS watching that game.
Why?
He got all the rock dropping wonder merc spam. Oh man, it was.
Dude, playing versus that, I forgot how annoying those old mercs were. I'm trying to drop that TC, and he just pumps out 50 mercs. It's okay.
Yeah.
And the rock drop.
Yeah, it was.
The trade block that Maiden did, like kind of early late game, I think saved.
Yes, that did a
That was
ton of
massive.
damage. That killed so
First time
much.
he blocked it.